they're ready to light it up tonight. They don't even know what's coming for them.
What a key game tonight in the Cup. A second of 4 group stage games. Tonight, in a word, is huge.
Well, as you mentioned, Kevin, there are just 4 group games. So after tonight's game, both teams will have a much better idea of where they stand and what chances they have to advance.
And talk about competitive spirit. MP has come out and, in essence, dedicated this season to winning his own matchups.
Well, when you make a declaration the way MP did, you wonder how your team will react, because sometimes a goal helps inspire everyone, but it can also serve as a distraction. In this case, it's the former. And MP has been locking his man down, and this team has been playing well.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Mikal Bridges, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Williams. Then there's Rollins. And it's Peterson in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Rollins. Inside, here's Kuzma. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
You know, you can't go for that if you're the defender. Kuzma is really good at faking you out with the ball fake.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Utah with the ball, following the three from Money. Peterson the pass to Rollins. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another three for Houston.
When Thompson's hitting that, it opens up everything.
Rollins the pass to Kuzma. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Here's Shepard. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Pass to Money. Brooks outside. Houston moving it around. Thompson against Williams. Thompson misses.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Nobody near Williams. Offline with his three. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Thompson kicks to Brooks. It's Brooks on the wing. There's a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Cody Williams.
Every team wants to have an enforcer or two. Somebody who's physical, unafraid, gives his teammates confidence. Brooks is one of those guys.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Here's Rollins. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Here's the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Rollins got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Shepard with the ball. This game he had 12. The Rockets with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. Let's see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And the Jazz with possession here. Following the score by Houston. Here's Kuzma. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Jazz have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Pass to Bridges. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now that we're around the midway point of this NBA Cup stage, Here's a look at how the standings are shaping up.
It's been a really fun tournament to watch, especially when you see just how much the fans get into it. And we've still got a number of games to go.
Collier, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads up basketball, plain and simple, guys.
Here's Peterson. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Thompson for the triple. Kuzma pulls it in. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Rollins. Kuzma outside. There's the screen. There's the 3. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. Houston with a big group substitution here. Augustine's checked in. Murray comes in for Brooks. Whitmore, he's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Mitchell in for Shepard. Now here's Williams. Still scoreless. Down low, Collier. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. Here's Rollins. 8 points for him. Here's Kuzma. Sent away. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
On the floor for the Jazz, Timothy Matthew, Zach Levine, Josh
Williams against Murray. From the arc. Williams can't hit. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. 3-pointer. And it's Whitmore missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Rockets leading by 6. Murray outside. Pass to Augustine. Houston moving the ball around. Murray, the pass to Money. Murray against Williams. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Murray with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And stolen by Whitmore. And here they go. Here's Money. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Isaiah Collier. Bridges, he's jacked in for the Jazz. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
To the wing right side. Bridges with the steal. Pass to Collier. Here's Giddey. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of this season's best rebounding point guard. In third is Josh Giddey.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just on the perimeter. I think that's what separates a lot of the great point guards from the good ones.
Here's Money. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Money's got 12.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
58 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Giddey gets it to go.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Now, Whitmore. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Giddey. Bridges outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Here's Money. Takes it inside. And here's Augustine. Whitmore with it. Murray a screen on Monk. 5 to shoot. Here's Whitmore. Comes up empty down low. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Metu, Malik Monk out there with Collier. Then it's Bridges, and it's Giddey in at the four-man position. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Nets put together a nice evening. He scored 22 points, and you love what he gives his team at both ends. Yet another outstanding game for him. He's playing with a ton of confidence and dominating as a result. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. They might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Mitchell passes to Money. Thompson in the corner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Down by 12. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Thompson in the corner. Trying his luck from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Rising and shooting. How about Thompson showing some assertiveness off the catch?
And stolen by Şengün. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. That one goes. Count it. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Bridges with it. Now defended by Şengün. Bridges misses. Rockets leading by 17. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the Rockets making a change here. Shepard's checked in. Levine's checked in for Utah. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Collier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Dylan Brooks. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And the 3 ball is good.
Nothing quite as good as seeing Monk shoot that 3 ball. I mean, fantastic. Measuring those long-range shots up and knocking them down.
Here's Giddey. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Brooks against Giddey. Brooks kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And that's a foul called on Money. Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for the Houston Rockets. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Utah Jazz.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage.
Next on the docket, power rankings. Fellas. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Whoa, what a finish!
Good. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Peterson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Peterson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Bridges outside. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Pass to Shepard. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Utah with the rebound. Kuzma with it, now guarded by Money. Here's Rollins. The Jazz working the ball around now. Sinks the triple.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton Malone era
They just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Here's Rollins. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Shepherd, covered by Rollins, and it's in there. And the Rockets lead by 14.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
Both free throws good from Bridges. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And that one is good. Kuzma's got 10 points.
Guys, we can attribute that to all hustle from the Flint, Michigan native there, Kyle Kuzma. Excellent activity leading to that offensive board.
Thompson passes to Şengün. And it's blocked. Thompson against Williams. To the left wing. Here's Kuzma. Again, the Jazz score.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Houston leading by 8. Now here's Thompson. 22 points for him. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Bridges with the steal. And they're pushing it up. There's Williams with the 3. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpy's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Pass to Peterson. Over Şengün.
Excellent defense by Şengün. He's strong, he's tall, he can move his feet, and he knows how to position himself.
Brooks with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Bridges kicks to Kuzma. Kept alive. And that one goes long. Rockets leading by 13. Lobs it up there for Brooks. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And Kuzma slams it in.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Money and the powerful one-handed slam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Back to Kuzma. Fires for 3. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Kuzma's got 9 points here in the second half.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Pass to Money. Thompson outside. Here's Money, the 3. Rebound, Utah. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Rollins. 12 points for him. Here's Peterson. Şengün covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Peterson misses.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Money passes to Şengün. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Kuzma. Knocked away. Stolen by Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal.
It goes on Cody Williams.
Substitution on the court.
Monk, the pass to Giddey. Here's Medu. Here's Collier. Pass to Levine. And the jam by Levine.
What a marvelous athlete Levine is, soaring off the ground with ease for the jam and looks so good floating in the air.
So on the floor for Utah, Josh Giddey is out there with Levine. Then it's Collier. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Metu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Collier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
Another one from Thompson. They just can't match his athleticism.
Jazz trail by 18. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. To the middle. And it is flush. John with a nice jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Utah's on defense. Into the lane. Out to Thompson. Pass to Money. Here's Shepard. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And here is Giddey. Jacks up a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Houston moving the ball around. Right wing. Now, here's Şengün. Defense is right there. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Jazz trail by 16. From outside the arc, the Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Shepard. Here's Money on the wing. Thompson. Here's Money. The rebound by Collier. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. On for 3. A shot off that time.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Here's Collier. Connects from 3-point range. Collier's got 4 this quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Şengün. Makes it off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Collier. Pass to Levine. From downtown, it's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now Shepherd sinks the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Bridges outside. Kuzma with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Stolen by Brooks. Pushing it up. Pushing it up. Shepherd, that's good.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Outside Williams. Brooks against Kuzma. They need this. It's rebounded by Houston.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the inside, Brooks. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Out to the wing. Outside Williams. That one wide left. Houston leading by 22. Here's Thompson. Up and in on the layup. Thompson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Kuzma. For the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kuzma's got 20.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Money passes to Shepherd. Here's the screen. Here's Money, defended by Bridges. Now Shepherd. Here's Money, just 5 on the clock. And here's Brooks from outside. Bridges with the board. To the paint, and the Jazz pushing it up now.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Out to the right wing. Here's Money, defended by Bridges. Brooks against Kuzma. Brooks misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bridges. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
At one time, Bridges developed the floater to complement the rest of his arsenal.
Money passes to Şengün. Trains the three-pointer. Şengün's got 7 points here in this quarter. Jazz trail by 20. Here's Rollins. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down. You know, after connecting on 1 three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since. Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's Shepherd, covered by Rollins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepherd followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad, winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Peterson and So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Huge moment in the...
Okay then. That's how we stand on business.
See ya, MP.
coming.